Hi everybody. This video is mainly going to be about my chemical company, show you what I've been doing on that. I thought first I'd start out, before I talk about that, I'm going to show you what I've done. I bought some of those peel and place tufts by Woodland Scenics, and I used it to sort of blend in the photo with the static grass in the front. They're right along the edge there, and I think did a pretty good job. Really made a nice transition. The other thing I want to show you real quick is I think you've probably seen this building, but I've never really talked about it. All it is a picture. It's same on both sides, glued to cardboard. It's just meant to be a stand-in. I haven't done anything with it yet. I may weather it up a little bit or something, but I wanted something to sort of hide where the track goes around the corner. So with that being said, we will start talking about the chemical company. Here's a really blurry view of the aerial view from 1983 of the chemical company when it was still in business. The white is the sludge pits. The building is to the left of the sludge pits. This is from the 1950s. You can see is right in the center of the view is the building. In this view, the sludge pits actually look like a structure, still appearing white. You can see ITT Grinnell across the tracks, right where it is on my layout. This was probably taken in the 50s. That's the chemical building in the background. It's dark in this picture. I'm not convinced that they didn't tear down this building and build a new one, because this one looks a little bit different, 1964. It's the white building right above the car. It has a smokestack here, when I have no idea what the smokestack was for. But all the machinery is housed inside that building. This was taken in the 80s when it was still a main line. You can tell by the signals, and that covered hopper is sitting on the chemical track spur. This is Google Earth looking down. Again, all those vats, they were all inside that building. You'll see a different view of it here in a second from the street view. Here's the street view looking through the chain link fence. Again, this was all inside the building. If you drove by, you had no idea what was going on in that building. Unfortunately, I don't even remember the building. It's torn down now, obviously. So this is where the sludge pits were, and as it pans down, you'll notice the fence, a little section that's green. They had green inserts in the fence so to help hide how ugly the place was. This was a potato house. I decided to make that the basis for my building. The main reason is because it had the general outline and also had those sliding doors on it, which the chemical building in the picture from the 50s, you could see those sliding doors. They were at ground level on the prototype, but they're up in the air here, but I thought it was pretty close. I could use it to represent. Well, here's where I'm at. I need to get some trucks, obviously. This is where the chemicals would have been loaded into a tanker truck for a delivery across town to Mead Paper Company. Those two tanks there, I have no evidence that they ever had any tanks outside the building, but I just thought it would add a little touch there. You know, maybe sometimes there's little additives that they don't use that much of. They don't need a tank car full of, so I stuck them there just as a addition. I've got a couple unloading hoses there. On the other side, unloading racks for the tank cars. The covered hoppers are actually dumped, and the materials for that go directly into the building. All the machinery was inside the building to make this stuff. I removed the loading dock, sort of torn on it. The prototype didn't have a loading dock, but also on the prototype the doors were at ground level. They weren't at the up in the air like this one was. I may try to play around, add it back in, but for right now I'm pretty happy with it. The only part of pavement is where the trucks came in. The rest of it is gravel. So these are sludge pits. You can maybe see in the photos how white they were. It's just Woodland Scenics Easy Water on top of a white plastic. I melted the plastic a little bit when I poured the Easy Water in it. I didn't anticipate that happening, but it did, because that made me have to seat them down into the foam because they weren't level anymore. That's okay, it worked out all right. So at this gate right here, tanker trucks would back in and they would pump the sludge out, and it would be delivered to coal mines to put it on to help reclaim the land. We had a lot of strip mines in southern Ohio, and that's what they did with the sludge. So I'm not done with this yet. Obviously I need to add a lot of details, add some trucks, people, that kind of stuff. But it's shaping up pretty nicely. I remember I talked about it in one of the videos where the fence was green, had green inserts on it. So when you drove down the street, like we're doing right now, you couldn't really see anything. Didn't know how to simulate that in N-scale, so I just painted the fence green on both sides. And of course, I painted the barbed wire at the top, just a rust color a little bit. But so I think it adds a little bit of nice touch to it. So now I need to fill in this gap right here. There's my loading dock. Whether I decide to put it back on the chemical company or not sure. But I'll keep you posted. Everyone stay safe. Good to see things are starting to open back up. But everyone please be careful. They're talking about maybe getting another spike this fall, so we definitely don't want that to happen. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Thanks.